All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. Firstly, our offensive output in the paint was really encouraging. But that being said, let's make sure we don't get too one-dimensional in the second half. I want us getting points from the inside and out. Something I have liked is our movement off the ball and all the good looks it's created for us. Keep finding those open shots on the floor. Also, we can sacrifice some manpower on the defensive glass in this half in order to have opportunities to get the break started with bodies already headed up the court. Everybody said this was an even matchup on paper. It's going to come down to effort. We just have to outwork them in the second half. Simple as that.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for the dude. He's got 17 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
Yeah, a lot of times he's one of those players who can get hot and stay hot from the three-point line. So I look for him to continue to search for shots out there.
Sacramento's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. On the court for Sacramento, Stauskas is the 2 with Gay playing small forward. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Taj Gibson, and it's Clarkson in at the 1. Here's Stauskas. Clarkson passes to Stauskas. Just 5 to shoot. Matthews with the steal. And now the fast break. Matthews with the ball. Rebound collected by Clarkson. Clarkson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Nobody near Gay. And the 3 ball is good. Gay's got the first bucket of the third here for Sacramento. So for the Kings, they come in off the loss to the Raptors.
Now, Kevin, I'm all for aggressive defense, but they were over the top in that game and wound up in a lot of foul trouble.
Well, Steve, you and I both know it, Kevin as well. There's a difference between being aggressive and being reckless. Clearly, they were the latter.
The Pistons have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Yeah, this is a very good free throw shooting team, guys. I mean, you look at the numbers, impressive.
And the word is they challenge each other, guys. I mean, each and every one of them to improve their free throw shooting in the offseason. Held each other accountable in that area. And now you see the results individually and as a whole.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Sacramento's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. And that one's good. Stauskas has got the lead up to 3 now for the Kings.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Here's the dude. 17 points in the game. And it's Drummond missing.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Take a look at the Bulls. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, Detroit, 2.5 games back.
Well, you know, I think for Detroit, they've been very solid early on. I've been quite impressed with this team. But for a team with championship aspirations, solid just isn't quite good enough.
Well, such a tough league. So many good teams, Clark. But, you know, it's a long season and plenty of time to get into gear. I think, you know, playoff seeding is important, but the biggest thing right now is to try to get into a groove and find their stride.
That one misses.
Well, even though he couldn't get them all to fall, he did at least make it a 2-possession game.
To the wing right side. Here's Chan, and that one's on target from the wing. The dude's got 19 points.
That's been a great day for him, and if you remember, he gave them a huge performance their last time out as well.
Here's Stauskas. He's covered by Matthews. Screen by Cousins. Clarkson kicks to Stauskas. Fires from 14 and off the glass. That one's good. Stauskas has got the lead back up to 4 now for Sacramento. The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And Sloan kicks to Drummond. Pass to Sloan. Takes the 13-footer. No good from Chan.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Gay passes to Clarkson. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. He kicks it to Cousins. Pass to Clarkson. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Here's Stauskas. No good on the triple.
Now still a great start to the half after hitting their first 3 even before that miss.
Chan. They get it back. Count that one, and the Sacramento lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Matthews.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
Yeah, that was your game, Clark. Pound it inside and take the ball right to the defense.
That's what I tried to do, man. I knew my limitations.
That's good. Pistons have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third.
It's a Detroit Pistons timeout.
Hey guys, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna feed the post. We gotta get the ball to the low block. They don't have a guy on their team that can stop our bigs. Let's post the ball.
Both teams will make substitutions. Why don't we take this chance now to show you the most active wing defenders in the league? These are this season's steals leaders at small forward. 5th, Rudy Gay.
And this set of guys can do as much or more damage with their defense as they can with their offense. And that damage isn't just limited to one part of the court.
Yeah, you kicked that one right between the uprights, Steve. As small forwards, they're called on to cover a lot of distance at the defensive end. A lot of ground they need to cover. Those steals have come from everywhere.
Here's Sloan. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. It's good from long range. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Bayless dishes to Johnson. Now Bayless, averaging 9 points per contest. Takes the 13-footer, and again it's Sacramento converting.
You know, with all the shots they've knocked down here in the second half, their field goal percentage has crossed the 50% mark.
Well, and that usually leads to a win. I mean, this is just very efficient offense that we're seeing tonight.
Here's Sloan, averaging 6 points per contest. And the wide open shot from Stuckey. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Johnson kicks to McCallum. There's the dish to Cousins. Baseline try. The shot is off. Pistons trail by 3. And there's the pass to Patton. Kicks to Sloan. Pass to Patton. Shot clock at 6. The shot no good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Bayless the pass to Gay. Screen by Cousins. And McCallum kicks to Cousins. Stolen. Now here's the fast break. Stuckey leading the way. And Craig Monroe with the slam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Just absolute domination in this one for Monroe. 9 points, and when it comes to rebounding, he's had a nice night there, too.
Yeah, he's really been mixing it up in the middle, getting in there and doing a lot of the dirty work for them.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. And it's tied up. Deciding to change it up. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the third. And McCallum kicks to Cousins. He feeds it to McCallum. He dishes it to McLemore. To the wing on the left. Launches a three. And Jared Bayless the bucket on the assist from McLemore. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Sure has been. I mean, guys, momentum is hard to come by in this one. I mean, it seems like one team gets the lead and then the other one storms right back.
Yeah, and that is evidenced by the 8 lead changes we've seen so far.
Johnson, wide open, he fires. Again, the miss by Johnson. Here's Chan. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. The Dudes got the game tied up here for the Pistons. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter.